Is Clubhouse for real? Hey there, it's Eric J. Olson. There is a new, super hot social media app out there. It's called Clubhouse. If you haven't heard about it, look, here's how it works. It's an audio only app. So when you go into Clubhouse, you're not going to see pictures of people. You're not going to see stories. You're going to hear people talking. Now, I had heard about it for a couple of months and I thought that I had it on my Android phone. So I switched over to Android about 2 to 3 years ago. And I have a nice Android phone. It's a Google Pixel. It's pretty much top of the line. It's only $500, by the way, and it's awesome. I love it. I love Android. Love everything about it. I installed an app called Clubhouse, but it turns out that wasn't the Clubhouse. It was like some knockoff, or someone was trying to like basically create a fake version, if you will, of the real Clubhouse. The real Clubhouse right now only operates on iOS or iPhones. So I couldn't even play in that sandbox. I had just heard about it, but every time that I've heard about it, especially for marketers and some developers and some business people, they say just how cool it is and how amazing it is compared to the other social media networks. And it's hard for me to believe because like audio only for social media, I don't know, it's just different. So when I realized that I couldn't even figure out what was going on, I realized, you know what? The only reason I can't figure this out, the only reason I can't play with everyone else is because I don't have an iPhone. And so I went out and I bought an iPhone. So I ended up getting an iPhone 8. I am not going to be using it to make phone calls. I'm only going to be using it to play with Clubhouse. So I got it last night, and it was $180 on Amazon. You can buy refurbished phones on Amazon. I did not realize that until very recently when I went to buy this phone. So I'm only going to use this for Wi-Fi. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to put a SIM card in there and use it for cellular connectivity. And I'm only going to use it for Clubhouse. Now, why would I spend $180 just to play with one app? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, right? Okay, here's why. The world in general has never heard of Clubhouse. Those that do think it's cool, and those that think it's really cool are in it a lot. Like I have seen people that have claimed that they're spending 20 or 30 hours a week in Clubhouse. There is something going on there, and there's a very small population of people that are extremely active, but they're all like getting followers and they're getting attention. And that's the name of the game when it comes to digital marketing, is getting attention. So is Clubhouse going to be like for real in years to come? Who knows? There is just as likely a chance that it's just going to fizzle away as it just goes huge and becomes bigger than Facebook. It could go either way. We don't know. So what I want to do is get in early on that action, right? So worst case is I get in early and I get some attention there and I talk about the things that I'm passionate about, like my book, Journey to or $1 Million Journey, or this podcast, Journey to $100 million, and generally entrepreneurship, starting businesses, scaling businesses. I'm passionate about that. I'll get on Clubhouse and I'll talk about that, and I'll find people that are also passionate about it, and we'll follow each other, and I'll get a following there, just like I have a following on Twitter or Facebook or wherever else. Worst case scenario, Clubhouse fizzles out, but I can transition some of that attention to the other social medias like Facebook or Twitter. So by getting in early with Clubhouse, worst case, I can get some other attention going to the social networks that'll probably be around forever, or at least in the near future. Best case scenario, it takes off. It's the new Facebook. And I was in there early and I was gathering users and I was gathering attention. And you know what? Instead of trying to send them somewhere else like to Instagram, I want to keep them there. As a matter of fact, I want to take my Instagram followers, my Twitter followers, and get them into Clubhouse. That's the best case scenario. And since I was early, that means that I'll have a bigger following than other people that talk about what I talk about when they come back, or when they come to Clubhouse in a year or 2 or 5. I'll have been there for a year, 2 years, or 5 years, and I'll have, hopefully dominate the space. That's the idea. So was it worth spending $180 to get this gold iPhone? By the way, I don't care what the color is. Maybe, maybe not. Jury's out. But look, I'm a digital marketer, and I think it's worth $180 to at least experiment and not let a device hold me back. So look, if you're on Clubhouse, find me. I am Eric J. Olson. That's Eric with a K and Olson ending in ON. That's my handle everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, you name it. I am Eric J. Olson. It's the same for Clubhouse. So find me there, follow me, and I'll follow you back, and we'll talk about something cool. Hey there, it's Eric J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1 Million Journey: How to Launch a 7-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing a $1 million business. It took me 8 years, and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you can apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1 Million Journey by me, Eric J. Olson.